like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And absolutely dislike hard plastic capes.
Give me GT Goku, now give me my future Gohan!
Like, I don't know. Maximum.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the... Oh my god, that we've already messed something up. Oh, hold on a second. Dang nabbit. I thought it was still screen sharing and it wasn't. Okay, let me... It messed up the whole thing. Okay. Damn it. It's not... Okay.
What are you trying to show? Oh.
Okay. What's going on, guys? So sorry about the technical difficulties. Welcome back to... This is the Plastic Power... This is the Plastic Power podcast layout. Hold... Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind.
You're fired.
Okay.
Just swap.
Okay, here's the right one. Here's the right one. Give me one second.
Sean, say it with me. You're fired.
Okay.
You're fired.
Fire.
You can't fire me. I quit.
As Vince McMahon would say.
Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Figures and Film. Today we're going to be talking about the new Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Movie 1 review. I also forgot to put on the sound effects. Okay, now we're absolutely going. So, in case you guys have not already seen the movie yet, for whatever reason, why are you even here? Because this is going to be containing spoilers.
Spoilers.
Unless they want to hear
Spoilers. For this.
Wait, you gotta do the Shenron voice. You gotta do it in the Shenron voice.
Okay.
Spoilers.
There we go.
All right, you have been warned. And it's in the chat. You have been warned.
But first
Yes,
of all,
but thank you guys for coming, by the way. Of course, it's me, Champ Animations. We got Daredevil 19. Of course, the Starblast of Studios.
Yes, and you guys can blame me for being late. For
The
this
blasting
episode
of
being
the
so
star.
late, I am so sorry.
You're
but
fired.
We are here.
Probably better for people on the West Coast.
Yes, okay.
True.
And thank you, Kuso.
Shout out to the people in the West Coast. Let me see them hands.
Let me see them
West
hands.
Coast. I can't do it with my left hand. West
Hey, no
Coast.
gang signs.
Okay. But honestly, man, first of all, I just want to say before we even start this episode, I just want to give a huge shout out to Ufotable for the incredible movie that they have put out.
Yeah.
They did an absolutely killer of a job. Round of applause. Round of it.
That's not a round of applause.
Hold on a second.
That's someone getting
Is
better.
that Tom and Jerry?
Oh my god. Round of applause for them right now. There we go. That's yeah. You know what? At this point, fire me. You know what? Nothing's going right today.
Who wants to take Heesh's job? Who wants to take Heesh's job? Let me see some hands in the
Okay.
chat.
Ufotable though really did take anime to the next level of animation. With
Absolutely.
This movie here.
And
They-
no, Kuzo, you can't pin live comments in the chat. It doesn't work like that. Can't do
They've
it.
been so on point since 2019 when they started. Their animation has been beautiful. The Mugen Train, we got more of that movie animation, and we haven't gotten a movie again from them since now. And it's just like, holy shit, this is really some of the best animation I have ever seen in anime.
Yeah.
I mean, they even in Japan, people right after they saw the movie back in July, everybody was just saying their animation is like god tier, god level, and it really is some nice animation. It really is.
Every single time they put out anything, these people adapt any part of whatever manga, it's always like it always seems like it's record breaking. Like the animation somehow is still getting better. And it was, I mean, this show has already had like the highest level production quality possible out of like any, to be honest, any show I've ever seen. Like it's been consistent. It's been high up there. I remember everyone always saying that the best animation for Demon Slayer started with episode 19, and yeah, that is 100% true, right? But really, I thought to me that after the Uzui versus demon with the sheaths fight and all that stuff. Like it would like
Taro and Jackie.
yeah.
Upper Moon 6. Yeah.
That fight, I genuinely thought like I remember seeing that fight like I thought they would peak. Like and that was it. They're not going to get any better than this. And boy, was I so wrong. The next season comes out and you see like just incredible contrast of colors. And now that this movie's out, it's like I don't even know if I should be surprised anymore. It's just like my mind is constantly being blown so much. It looks like Akaza's brain towards the end of this movie. Like I'm just like I got nothing left, bro.
I mean, people were showing side by sides of Mugen Train Akaza compared to how he is in this movie, and it's just such a drastic difference of how much the animation improved since when was that 2021 Mugen Train or something like that, and it's just like wow,
wow.
It's like how much better can animation get? And it's Mappa's another good one. I mean, there's some animation companies who are just, when it comes to animation, are like god level.
Mugen Train came out in 2020. Holy crap!
Okay, yeah.
It's been so long. Oh
I think it was right before COVID because I saw that in theaters. Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, maybe it did come out. It says April 23rd, 2021. So
all right, so I think that was right before like lockdown and shit. So all right, because I remember it in theaters. I do remember it in theaters.
Yeah, actually, didn't you see that in theaters?
The Infinity Train?
No, Mugen Train.
Mugen Train. Yeah, I did see that in theaters. That one was that was an incredible experience.
What Mugen is in Japanese. So I did watch this like as a ton of times. I watched it before subtitles were out, and I did learn what soka means. It means like I see, or okay, yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but something about Sean just like screams that he's a Demon Slayer fan. I can't exactly put my finger on it.
I learned a Japanese saying or word.
I mean, you watch enough anime. You do pick up like some of the words, and it's like oh, you think you're Japanese. Just don't go on a plane and go to Japan and be like, oh, what is it?
Just start saying Japanese words that you
Bro,
learn.
I just realized something. Oh, wait a second. Mugen means infinite. How about Super Saiyajin Mugen? All right.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll leave the room.
Yeah, like English, it's infinite, infinity train. Japan, it's Mugen Train. Same thing. But
and Demon Slayer, it's Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I'm sorry, if you actually like go up to someone and be like, "Oh, what are you watching?" "Oh, I'm watching Demon Slayer." "Oh, you mean Kimetsu no Yaiba?" You learn the fucking language.
Well, I would know it because they always put that there.
Or like Attack on Titan, what is it? Shingeki no Kyojin.
No, it's Shingeki no Kyojin.
Read
it right.
That's
read it right, you stupid American.
Yeah, you stupid American.
I just spit on my screen.
Good work. I'm glad I wasn't in the Infinite. Tengen Uzui said, "I'm glad I wasn't in the Infinity Castle." I mean, I would just like to go in there because it's just so cool looking. I mean,
what's the toilet in that place?
I don't want to be stuck in there. With
that's the thing. If you shit in there, it falls infinitely.
Ew.
Infinite falling.
We don't need no toilets.
Well, yeah. What happens when the buildings start going over? Then your shit's go.
You know what? It reminds me of like a more crazy Doctor Strange type thing.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. It's the mirror dimension.
Yeah, it's so crazy though. It's so cool like seeing it too. Every time, like even in the beginning of the Hashira training arc with Sanemi and Obanai, the Hashira, when they fell into it by accident and then Nakame like kicked them out. Like that was so dope. Just the Infinity Castle is just so unique and you just want to see more of it. Which you do and will in these last 3 movies. And I guess let's start talking about Act 1 or Part 1 in the first movie here.
Yeah.
If you read the manga, yeah, it follows it, but holy crap, They do add a lot, mainly to the Akaza versus Giyu and Tanjiro fight. Mainly Giyu and Akaza fighting. Pretty much most of that was not in the manga. That fight went so quick in the manga.
We were like, hey, let's talk. Let's get into Act 1, and then we were just like, okay, let's talk about this Akaza fight real quick.
So Act 1 is, we see Upper Moon 2 finally fight, which is Doma. And to me, out of all the Upper Moons, he's even more freaky than Muzan. Like, he loves being a demon. He is a sick, twisted, sadistic SOB. Like, he is a sick mother effer.
Yeah, he definitely has like those qualities of a demon that actually is like demonic. It's not like he seems to just like his very few demons actually get to keep their memories. We learn more about this from other demons and such. He's just like actually genuinely one of those people who didn't need to have his memories erased at all. We saw this.
He does not have like a backstory. I mean, he does explain a little bit of himself in this, but it's nothing like traumatizing, sad, like how most of them are. There's a few demons where we don't get backstories. Gyoko, Upper Moon 5, the Mugen Train one, we don't get his, and a couple others, and then Doma is another one.
I mean, we mostly just learned that the dude has just been fake. Like, he was born with these rainbow eyes and the white silk hair, so people thought that he was genuinely a god, and they prayed to him, and he said it was uncomfortable at first, and then he's like, okay, no, never mind. It's like, but it's almost like
he still lives that life.
Yeah,
that's what's funny about it.
Yeah, that is pretty funny about it. But like, yeah, he is freaky. Look what Kuso said. He said he is freaky, and I hate him a lot, man. The way he does to my girl, bro. Every girl in anime is your girl. I don't want to hear it.
No, but it does. Oh god, because he's talking about Shinobu.
Yeah,
it was a quick death, and it was just it was just like that, and I was like, she didn't have it. She didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, she's the weakest Hashira out of all 9, well, 8 of them, not counting Rengoku. She's always been the weakest. She doesn't have an actual bladed sword, just the tips bladed, but she's she works with poisons for demons, which is kind of like a bit scary in a way, because you get poked with that, who knows what it's going to do.
It's actually really frustrating that part was split into 2 parts, because now I have to wait another 2 years before I can talk about the rest of the fight here with Champ and the people here in the chat. Because
if it is exactly 2 years from now, I'm just going to end up reading the manga like I did with that Attack on Titan, to be honest.
Plus, they're going to add. I feel like his fight, they're going to add so much more to it, because that fight kind of goes quick. Like, the manga goes really quick. So I feel like they're going to add a lot more to his fight and another character's fight.
Something about the direction, though, when it came to what's her name, Butterfly, weakest demon, weakest Hashira. Shinobu. When you saw
Shinobi, but with a U. Shinobu.
Okay. Shinobu. When we saw her flashback of her sister, dying after after
Doma killed her, yeah.
After Goma, beaten her to death, but not fully killed her. That seeing Shinobu just crying right there, and the music and everything, but trying not to cry, it was setting something off in me. I was starting to wait, why am I suddenly falling for this? It's this is not the scene in particular, right? And is in accordance to Demon Slayer standards for how they direct stuff, to be honest, is totally generic. Right, you see in the past, you see the character who died, and you understand that this is the motivating factor behind everything, right? And you see you see their anger, that tension, and everything. But for some reason, even though I already knew this character was dead, and I already read the manga, I was feeling the need to shed a bit of tears, and I don't understand why. Why are you blurring your background? I don't know. And it was
got porn on his walls.
Yeah. No, I just realized my room is a little bit of a mess. But anyway,
I gotta hide my hentai magazines on his bed.
Bro, your bed, I'm looking at it in the stream. Your bed was fine. It just had the blanket slightly off. Your Spider-Man stuff was already whatever.
All right, yeah, whatever.
All right, but there's a few scenes in this movie that tugs on your heartstrings. I mean, when we were just watching it, I almost teared up with the Akaza part at the end there.
Yeah.
But you know, we never knew what happened to her sister. We just knew that her sister died at some point, but we never knew what happened to her. And then in this movie, the big reveal, if you're just an anime watcher, you don't know it from the manga. We find out Doma Upper Moon 2 killed her sister. Like you said, he didn't have time because I think the sun was coming up and he booked it.
Yeah, that's
but
what he
left
said.
her he left her barely alive, and Shinobu, finds her and she says her last words to her, and she says what the demon looked like.
Yeah, all the details. He uses the fans. He's got he looks like
yeah.
he's bleeding from the top of his head. He speaks with like a smooth
Feels
tone.
like it's like a hat. It's like a weird hat.
No, I think it's genuinely like some sort of injury that Muzan left on him that just became like a decorative mark on him.
Doma?
Yeah.
No, it's like a little hat, because if you look at it, there's little black things hanging off.
Yeah, I thought. Does it come off?
Oh no,
and it's not a hat.
This is what we well, he doesn't take it off. This is what me and Champ were talking about in one episode. How some anime characters have hats, like he was saying Jotaro. Like, where does his hairline start? Where does the hat end? And I was saying the same thing about Doma. I'm like, it fits.
It's that little red spot there that it kind of looks like it's a decoration, but it's not, because you see it's like on his bang too. So it's like it's weird. It's like. But I was looking at it the whole time since we had the discussion. I was just like, "What is that? Is that a hat? No, I don't think that is a hat. That looks like a tattoo on his hair, but something. It's weird.
It's. We could probably look at.
It's like a little red spot.
It's not a hat. It looks like it's a piece of cloth on his head, and
it looks like a piece of cloth, but it doesn't look. But it doesn't seem like
it has to do with what,
because it seems more flat. I can't believe we're having a discussion about Doma's hairstyle. Anyway,
well, some weird shit. It sits too perfectly on his head. Is that where you?
Let's be honest. The guy's a little weird. All right, he was like, "Oh,
yeah, he's the weirdest one."
Let me put you out of your suffering.
Muzan actually doesn't like him because he's like, see, it's like a decoration, not a hat. It's like a piece of cloth. See the little ball things hanging off each end, and it's like a pattern.
But it doesn't look like it's hanging off his hair. It looks like it's in his hair, like imprinted.
I mean,
like
it could be. I
like
feel
a
like
decal.
It's something he wears with whatever, like how he's like looked at as a god because of his eyes and all of his followers. I think it has something to do with that, because he also does wear a hat. But yeah, to me, he's like the creepiest demon. Even Muzan's like creeped out by him because he's so like.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I was trying. What's what?
Oh, I heard like a crazy sound.
Oh, that's my browser. It makes sound effects.
I thought something, there was a sound in my house. I was like, what the hell is that?
Here, I'll make more sounds.
Oh, all right. Yeah, but he is a very strange one, but you also see he doesn't like directly kill her. He absorbs her into his body.
Yeah,
so he doesn't kill.
I think like the description that was given is more it's more so accurate when you look at like at his picture in the okay, you know what, there's gonna be spoilers.
That's funny. I have the same site opened up.
Oh yes, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw this picture of him from the manga that was on there, and now it's like got me scrolling through like the whole Wikipedia thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more.
This is what I'm saying. It kind of looks like when you're reading the manga and it's in black and white. You know, you're seeing his first appearance and stuff. It does actually look like a little bit more like blood, because it's not a hat, because you shouldn't be able to see like the detail and such of his hair through this. I think it's genuinely something that Muzan gave him.
Let's see what is on Doma's head.
you still not convinced?
His head. I think it's like
here, man.
Hold on. So we're both right. Ready?
We're both right?
On Doma's head is an upside down crown shaped blood stain that is a permanent mark from when he turned into a demon. So it's like it's an upside down. So that's how Muzan. So you were right, but it's also like an upside down crown shape. Oh, you know what? You are right. It's an upside down crown shaped bloodstain. So you're right.
Hmm.
There we go. Yeah. I couldn't remember where, but I remember hearing it from somewhere that it was something like that from Muzan.
Yeah, it's a permanent mark from when he was turned into a demon by Muzan. The mark is a consistent part of his appearance, matching the dripping blood red design on his turtleneck and the patterns on his wrist. See how like sick of a demon this guy is?
Yeah.
I never even knew that. I always thought it was just like a piece of cloth. So it's his blood stain from when Muzan turned him into a demon.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, what is the black shit? I guess maybe it's like super dried blood.
Yeah, it's just probably dried out blood right there.
Yeah, because when blood dries out, it gets,
It does
turns
kind
black.
of look black. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just makes him even sound more of a sick
Actually, I
bad.
just realized when you go back and you look at this picture, right? It's like it's
Yeah.
not just the head right over. It's also like over here. You can sort of see it.
Yeah, it's probably
it's
all the
even more
blood
from
that
the blood.
out.
Yeah, from his
Yeah.
clothes.
So I think his shirt is covered in blood too.
Yeah.
Because his shirt is that blood red color also.
Which I think it's more apparent. This is the point I was trying to make earlier. Because of the fact that the original manga was in black and white, it's way more apparent to the eye that something like this has to do with blood. Like it genuinely, because when the description that Shinobu's sister gave her, it looked like he was bleeding from his head, which is this I think is definitely more accurate when it comes to to Doma. Like when you look at it in black and white. Otherwise, it's a little bit confusing with the anime type of colors. But anyways, that is a lot that we just talked about when it came to the details of Doma. We have a whole movie to go over. Yeah, Kuso. It's like a demonic stain.
Pretty big part in the next movie. But yeah, like his fight too with Shinobu, like she was moving quick and doing. I loved how she was doing like her stabbing moves, and you saw like the giant bee stinging in his eye. That was really cool. But you could see he adapted to her poison like that, so it really had no effect. And he's like, "You have any more? This is fun." It's like, yeah, but yeah, he absorbs her, and like I said, it's weird. He absorbs humans that he eats and like eats them later. It's I don't know. It's really strange.
Oh,
but,
is he like saving her for later or something like that?
Yeah, like she's technically still alive in him right now, but she's dead. You know what I mean? Like she's dead, but she's like in him.
Yeah,
Shinobu is still alive but dead inside of him.
She's dead.
Well, no, she's dead because he cracked her spine and her neck.
Yeah, she can't come back to life or anything if she got unabsorbed, like what Cell did with Android 18.
Yeah.
Like once he absorbs you,
that.
you're dead. But they're still like their conscience is like still alive in him. Because he I don't know if he did say that. Did he say that? I don't know. But then we see Kano, she's kind of like a mute girl that Tanjiro kind of looks like. And then she walks in as she's getting absorbed and sees Shinobu die, and she's about to crash the hell out. So part one kind of ends with that. You do see a little more at the end of the movie with it. So
can I just say, since we're on the topic of the fight, the animation as she was using her insect art and poisoning Doma, again, top tier, fully. Just I can't. That was just incredible animation.
It was.
They couldn't have depicted that any better. I don't think.
They're probably going to keep doing better animation each movie, and
I keep saying that. Like, there's no way they could do any better. Then they exceed it.
Yeah, it's like, how can they beat this? Then we're going to see movie 2, and they're going to beat it, and we're going to be like, how are they doing this? All right, so that's like Act 1. There's 3 or 4 acts, kind of. So Act 1 was that. Act 2, I was really excited for the Zenitsu versus Upper Moon 6, the new Upper Moon 6 Kaigaku fight.
That one was great.
What's funny is that Kaigaku, I was like, who is this last minute villain? But me and Sean were talking a little bit before we started the stream. He said, no, that's the guy they showed in the quick flashback in season 1 and in the previous arc, the training arc. He was the kid who lured that one demon to kill all those other kids. When what's his name? Guillaume was watching them.
The blind guy. Remember the blind guy?
Yeah.
Remember watching all
I was
those
like, oh, it's that piece of crap.
Yeah, man, one of the kids led the demon into there, and he killed all the kids, and Guillaume just beat him to death.
Yeah.
That kid that led that demon in there was Kaigaku.
Yeah.
Before he started training with Zenitsu and Gramps, as Zenitsu calls him.
Can I just say one thing? Now we watched this episode. I'm pretty sure we all watched this episode subbed. But for those who watched,
I watched it dubbed.
You watched it dubbed. Okay, then maybe you should talk about this specific voice actor who voiced Kaigaku.
He was just before.
I'll just. Okay. Oh, you don't know who? I thought you know who it is. Do you know who that is?
No, I know who it is. It's Alejandro Saab, aka Kagi Films.
Shout out to Kagi Films, bro. I remember watching.
Also voices who
Kaigaku.
No, but who else does he voice in Dragon Ball?
Oh, Shallot. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yeah. I guess he was a big YouTuber. I never knew about him, but he was a big YouTuber.
He was one of the biggest Dragon Ball YouTubers back in like pre-COVID.
Yeah,
he does a good job as Kaigaku's voice though.
Yeah, I remember watching his streams too. This was even before COVID. Like he was a big time Dragon Ball YouTuber during the Dragon Ball Renaissance when Super was airing. He made like a lot of these awesome opening covers on this channel called Weeby. He made like great music. Kagi did so much for the Dragon Ball franchise, and to see him like being a voice actor right now and living out his dream, I feel happy for the guy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good for him for accomplishing that. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Okay, Kuso said I'll watch it in Japanese and dub later. You haven't seen the movie yet, bro?
Well, the thing with Demon Slayer, both sub and dub are great. The Japanese and English voice actors do fantastic jobs. Not every anime is like that, but there's a nice chunk that are pretty good. Like Naruto's good. Even JJK isn't bad. Dragon Ball's good with dub and sub. We were saying One Piece subs much better than dub. There are some good dub English voice actors, but not as good as Japanese. But
the only thing is I don't watch My Hero in dub because it's just like I can't stand Midoriya's dub. He's like, if you believe hard enough, you too could be a hero. You got that like Rick and Morty, get that Morty voice.
There's one thing. Okay, I'm sure I haven't formulated an entire opinion of the dub, but the reason why I'm a little bit skeptical about it is that
for what? Slayer or My Hero?
The Demon Slayer dub. Because in Japanese, right? Like we get a very clear sense of like Tanjiro and his pure heartedness and his kindness and whatnot. Like you get that from. I feel like the voice in the Japanese really matches that feeling that you're supposed to get when you see him depicted. But with
English dub do that very well.
That's why I was getting into my criticism. I don't feel like the English dub does that. I disagree.
Oh, you have watched it.
I've watched it. I've watched clips of it. I've genuinely looked at the voice of Tanjiro's dub voice actor, and I don't know. I just doesn't like. And I know maybe I'm being too much of a purist comparing it, but I just don't get like that same tone of voice acting.
He's like a very heartwarming, good, decent character, and you could also spaz out. And I think both Japanese and English voice actors do a good job.
I'll have to look at it again. I'm willing to have my opinion change on this. Because I haven't seen like any of the newer stuff like in dubbed at all. So
Zenitsu's his English voice actor does a really good job because it's like when he's being all like quirky and crying, it's like, oh, okay. But then when he locks in, and then for the most in this entire movie, except for like one flashback, he's in this like very serious kind of tone, and he's like, and I'm like, whoa, he thinks he's the main protagonist. Hold on there.
Like, yeah, he sounds like just like that.
That was a big cliffhanger too when you saw him in the Hashira training arc. A lot of people who didn't read the manga are like, what is going on with him? And everybody's like, holy shit, he's locked in when he was falling in the Infinity Castle. Because usually he'd be spazzing and flipping out and bucking out.
But we know why now. We know why. Because Kaigaku, he basically like sold his soul to the devil, and that got word to the master that Zenitsu master. They were both training under the same master, he found out about it. He was like basically heartbroken. So he felt like a failure, and he basically committed seppuku. So yeah, but unfortunately, with that ritual, someone has to cut off your head too. So he died a painful death. Zenitsu found that in the last arc,
slicing his
so
stomach open.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
you basically with the story you slice it open, and then someone has to cut your head off to stop your from suffering. But it's crazy because Zenitsu, we're like, why is he so serious? Now we know why. He was on a mission. He was out for blood. He's like, okay, I know you're hiding in here, motherfucker. So
it's honestly more than just that. Like, I feel like Zenitsu's at that level where I remember during the whole training arc, like as he was falling into the castle, his whole demeanor changed. But one thing I remember is like, okay, here, like he's like a completely different character from like the way that we normally see him. Like, how the Zenitsu always is. He's got that comedic thing where he's like Nezuko-chan and then falls over like for everything. And he's just completely away with that. Like he's just totally serious, locked in right now.
Which is about time, because honestly, Zenitsu, besides the part where Zenitsu, sorry. Besides the parts where like he gets serious in the fights and he's like a badass, I really hated his whole trope of being a crybaby, simping. Like I'm just like it was getting to the point where it's like very annoying because it's like I don't know. It's even at the point in like
too much of a crybaby mentality that he has.
Yeah,
he's a big scaredy cat. It's funny sometimes, but it
got old quickly.
It dragged out the entire series to literally the last 2 arcs, which is the main last 2 battles.
This is Kuso saying even Sanji is better than Zenitsu. You know what?
I don't know about that because Toei keeps doing him dirty
in the
manga.
Well, if he's talking about from the manga perspective, yeah, but of course, like the anime is gonna like do all this, make everything extra annoying with the stuff.
He's talking about with simping. Oh, okay.
Yeah. With simping.
No, Sanji is the biggest simp. He simps over every single woman.
No, he means like that Sanji is more like refined, I guess. Than he's not as annoying as Zenitsu when it comes to the.
No. Yeah, no way. Zenitsu, you know what? Zenitsu has the simping, and he's a big old crybaby. Sanji is nowhere near crybaby.
Yeah, it's literally the dude had to fall asleep in order to actually be a cool character.
Yeah, he gets. I mean that concept in general is just funny. He gets so scared he passes out, and like his alter ego takes over and he becomes badass. Mm-hmm. And I've been waiting since the beginning, ever since we first seen him do that, to just be like that entirely. And finally, he's like that.
To be honest with you, I almost like where it was really interesting to see Zenitsu the way that in the way that we have. I almost feel like he was almost talking a little bit too much, right? Like I'm gonna explain what I mean. So we're seeing him, right, and we're seeing this shift in Zenitsu with this character, and instead of like him be like, I mean, he's serious, but he's also, as he's talking to his former comrade who turned into a demon, he starts being more preachy,
trash talking.
He's like, you're worse than trash. Like that's like.
I liked when Kaigaku first attacked him and then Zenitsu dodged and hit him. He's like, too slow, trash. I'm like, damn. you too preachy. Well, think about it. His master, who he looked at as kind of like a grandfather figure, he genuinely loved him. I feel like Zenitsu was an orphan, which it seemed like it, and he really cared for his master. And to get that letter, and he didn't even get to say goodbye to him, just because his former, comrade or the other student, they were both going to take over thunder breathing, and Kaigaku was always bitter towards that because he thought he was better than him.
Yeah, I know I would have done it differently. If the moment that he encountered Kaigaku, like he didn't talk, he didn't waste time, he was just like ready to fight, and then you see like him fighting and nearly cutting off his head, and then he recovers. Like after that, like that would have, and then like he was like, okay, let's talk for a little bit. That would have been okay with me because like
that wouldn't make no sense because why would he want to talk after he almost cut off his head?
Because
Nah,
like,
yeah, I think he needed to get.
He wanted to get the answers first. He wanted to know why he turned into
Yeah,
demon way.
like,
He was
why-
like, "Why
why
did you do
he-
this?" You know,
Yeah.
he's not just gonna go full on because he's not that kind of guy who just like started killing
Yeah, I
unless.
mean, remember,
you know?
he also looked up to him.
Yeah.
So
True.
he's got some questions for him. I mean, I understand where you're coming from because Zenitsu isn't really like that. We haven't seen him like that. I like that whole Zenitsu thing. I wish the fight was a bit longer. But I mean, think about it. They kind of like grew up for a few years together in like their teenage years. So like I said, he's looking up to him, and he just like what Champ said. He wanted answers, which I completely understand. So, but this was a fight. Like I said, I was anticipating. I love thunder breathing in general.
It was lightning fast.
Yeah, All right, stream over, everyone.
Happened in a flash.
Stop it.
Thunderclap and flash.
I did like the Black Lightning too. That was pretty cool. So he switched his demon art into his, that was his demon art, thunder breathing. But he turned his lightning black. I don't know what color it was.
Once you go Black Lightning, you can't go back.
No. Oh no, the dad jokes rolling off the tongue for
Bro, who
Champ.
does he think he is? Black Adam?
Black Adam.
There's actually a character in DC Comics called Black Lightning.
Oh
Yeah, but yeah, I thought the fight was way too quick. I did love how Zenitsu created his own thunder breathing form, which was the last form that he used to kill Kaigaku. And Kaigaku was thinking, like, the old man taught you this and never taught it to me. And then Zenitsu's like, no, I created this myself.
He created a seventh form, and it's like, wow, that's just rubbing salt in the wound right there. It's just like, wow. Because
like, the old man he taught you it, but not me. I also
no, you're wrong. I came up with it last minute.
Well, he wanted to use it alongside Kaigaku fighting together, which you're like, oh man, that's
because
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu. I keep it. Zenitsu, sorry.
Zenitsu.
I keep getting it wrong.
You keep mixing up.
He only knew. I think that's what it is.
Zangetsu. You thinking Zangetsu?
That's what's getting me tongue tied. I keep thinking of that character. But he only knew the first form of lightning, and then Kaigaku. He knew all the other forms. Yeah.
Or just call him Upper Moon 6. He's the new Upper Moon 6. That's easier.
You are 6. That's what I'm gonna say. But
he's Upper Moon 6 now.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. Now there's no Upper Moon 6.
Because he got a clean kill. He like when he was charging in like that little shaft area, and it was just lightning, and it's just like all of a sudden.
That shit was dope. Yeah, that visual was just so cool. That was something I couldn't wait to see from the manga to the anime. There's so much I couldn't wait to see from the manga to the anime, and that scene in general was just so dope.
In general, I someone told me that basically, all of the fire effects and the water effects is just there for visual flair, but they're not actually present in the Demon Slayer fights.
I don't believe it.
This is canon. Apparently, that's a true explanation. It's a bullshit explanation because first off, you see the light, you see people burning, you see actual like energy being sorted. Like that whole explanation doesn't make any sense when you actually watch the damn show. Like, first off, Kaigaku was looking at Zenitsu when he was cracked into the wall. He was gonna move, and then he notices, he literally sees the light emanating off Zenitsu as he's doing his thunder breathing. He's reacting to it. So no, it's not just like a visual flare, it's actual lightning coming off of him.
The creator's full of shit for saying that. That was so stupid of the creator to say that, because that's something a lot of people hate. I hate that too. I don't believe that those visuals are not there. I believe they are there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Especially with thunder breathing. It just makes sense. So
Yeah, especially with Kimi no Kagura, the what's it the sun breathing?
Sun
Like
breathing, yeah.
you telling me that he's not emitting some kind of like heat into that sword, so he's able to slice? Like, okay, the one thing I do know, like, what was
Even
it?
Akaza
Where
said his sword extended
You
at one
literally
point.
see too,
Yeah.
like the ground crackling around them as that is going on.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen if that energy isn't there.
The one thing that like I will say like, oh, it's probably not there in real time is remember in early Demon Slayer where they could see like the line connections with the sword and the head.
The thread line, yeah.
That little thread that's understandable. It's like, oh, okay, it's like you have to imagine like an imaginary thread with your sword to their to the neck.
It's like
Well,
Tanjiro.
that's in Tanjiro's head. Like that's totally.
Yeah.
Imagine that's what the creator meant. Just the thread line.
It might have been, to be honest. Maybe he was like,
No,
oh yeah,
she said all the effects.
oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah,
I
you don't want it.
You'll get canceled.
When I first heard that a woman wrote Demon Slayer, I was like, oh shit.
That's
I thought
cool.
it was mostly like dudes that wrote manga. I was like, it's pretty dope.
That explains why there's no like little to no fan fiction in this show, which is good.
There is,
but it's
A
also
little bit, but it's not like bad like One Piece. But that's not bad as One Piece. Come on, let's be honest.
One Piece is like straight up fan service. Same with like Bleach too.
Yeah,
but yeah. So Act 2, Part 2, I enjoyed that more than the Shinobu Doma showdown.
even then, it's because the Shinobu Doma showed. Well, the Shinobu Doma showdown is done, but like the what's it called? The showdown in Journal against Doma isn't done yet. So that's why I feel like it's better to like.
Yeah, there's 2 parts to that.
Yeah.
So we saw Part 1, Part 2 will be in movie 2, along with another upper rank fight.
Yeah,
but
Kuso said, "Oh, if it's elemental aura, well, listen, I don't think anyone actually is seeing Tanjiro's water breathing technique and think that there's actual water going around. It's obviously like some form of energy taking the form of water. It's his aura. It's his actual energy taking the form of aura to go into his breathing techniques.
Yeah, it's something. Maybe it's not like water splashing around, but I feel like some of them, like the sun breathing, the lightning, thunder breathing, like some of them." I feel like are there. It just doesn't make sense for some of it sometimes.
Yeah, because like how is Tanjiro propelling himself off of certain things if that energy wasn't actually coming out of it? Like,
It's got to be some form of energy. Yeah,
it's a stupid explanation.
Yeah, I don't know why you said that because a lot of people are like, what the beep? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like Shinobu's. I'm sure there isn't a big ass bee in there, stabbing Doma in the eye. Like I feel like some of them, I don't know. It's I love the visuals.
It's a mantra thing.
Yeah, the visuals really like make it, next level type shit. But now continuing on,
I have one last thing to add. I forgot what it was. Never mind. You go.
Oh, I was just going to continue on to pretty much like the final act of the movie, which is like an hour and a half of the 2.5 hours. So the main big thing in this movie is Akaza returning, and he's fighting Tanjiro and Giyu this time. So Tanjiro's totally different compared to how he was in Mugen trained. He could actually hold his own and stuff, and he's been training like crazy. Giyu, on the other hand, I think he's even without the mark, I think he was stronger than Rengoku. And we do see the Demon Slayer mark awaken in Giyu as well.
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
To the point where I wasn't the biggest fan of Giyu, to be honest, because I just felt like I don't know. I feel like I barely knew him, but
yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be more backstory in like the next film or two. No? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It's just like
backstory in the Hashira training arc.
Yeah, I think that was like the Hashira training arc made me more sold on the guy. He's really like he keeps a lot of things to himself. He doesn't like to just waste time. He's the most introverted character in all of anime.
Oh yeah,
as far as I know.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, maybe not in all of anime, but in I mean, is this a shonen? No, it's not shonen.
No, it's not. If it was shonen, we get a lot more fan service.
It's the most introverted character. It's the most it's the most introverted character I've seen in anime in a long time. Like I haven't seen anyone quite like him.
I will say though that the fight between Tanjiro, Akaza, and Giyu reminded me a lot of the Phantom Menace Duel of Fate fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. Just the way that like they were trying to chase each other, and then Obi-Wan and Tanjiro will get left behind, and then they're trying to run up, and then they're switching, and then they're taking turns. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, damn,
it is kind of like that. And like I said earlier, pretty much all like those fights were added in the anime. Let me just say, my favorite part is right before Giyu and Akaza are about to face off. The Infinity Castle starts like shifting, and they're going up on their own pillars. And
that's that Doctor Strange.
I was like, "Holy shit, that is amazing!" That was just so cool seeing that.
The cinematography and the animation and just how they were able to just keep the setting keep shifting and how that incorporated into the fights was that honestly that's really I love it. I love it so much, and it just like presents like new challenges to our protagonists and keeps them on the toes. Like every time they were trying to run and regroup with the others or try to find Muzan, just one thing after another, they keep demons keep trying to ambush them, and then when Akaza first came down, when Tanjiro's like, wait a minute,
punched his way down to them.
and then you hear the music swell up, and then you see the dust clear, and you see Akaza just going,
his silhouette right behind Tanjiro,
and I was like, oh, I was in the theater like, oh god, here we go.
And
his entrance was awesome.
And then the cinematography too, as Akaza was talking to Tanjiro about like, hey, the fight, like the strong need to be strong so that they dominate the weak, and it's like no, the strong, and then Tanjiro talking about, oh no, the strong need the weak to support them so that they can be strong, and then the weak so that can be strong late. That whole thing, basically, the whole I know the lighting in that scene was freaking awesome because like you see Akaza
like when Tanjiro was hiding behind the pillars.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, so
isn't that when they were talking about that part?
No.
You're talking about
they weren't hiding behind the pillars. They were looking at each other face to face. But you saw, listen, let me finish. You saw like the lighting around them. Akaza's covered in like this blue lighting. There's like around him, and then around Tanjiro, it's like it's all red. It was just a magnificent shot. Like as they're having that conversation.
They did the same thing with Kaigaku and Kaigaku. And Zenitsu, Upper Moon 6. I'm trying to get these names right. Sorry. But no, they did the same thing because Zenitsu was covered, like he had this like yellow glow on him, and then Upper Moon 6, he was just like in red in the shadows, and I kind of like that. Like I love how they the animation team incorporated lighting into like especially when they're like these fights when they're like staring each other down, or you see kind of like trying to understand what they're thinking in their heads, like with their own like mental battles and everything like that. Like I love that. I love that so much as someone that was at an art major, film and animation major. So I really do appreciate like.
I mean, that one in particular with Akaza, though, like stood out with me because that's literally the same color contrast we have for the figures and films. Like, look, we got some blue right here on the side. We got some red right over here in the background. You can if you're looking at the
well, even the thumbnail, it's like Tanjiro's covered in bright yellow, reds, and orange, and then Akaza's in blue. I love it.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's little things like that really add a lot, and even though it's just like different colors reflecting off a character, it really does do a lot when you're watching the movie. But when Akaza uses his like compass needle technique, he kind of explains it, like he sees their fighting spirit and he like adapts to it and surpasses them like instantly. Like every time, even when Giyu was fighting him at first, he let Giyu use every form And after that, Akaza's like, is that it? And then he got the Demon Slayer mark and he uses them again. And Akaza's like, holy crap, your speed like doubled or tripled or whatever. And he lets them use them all again. But Akaza just adapts to it and surpasses them.
He has his
And
own
it's
skill
like,
tree, like in a video game. He like lays it
yeah,
out, like,
yeah.
all right, I gotta unlock enough points to get to this power up right here. So let me lock it.
Yeah, that's why he can surpass somebody like that. And the cool thing with Tanjiro is this is a really big thing in the movie. Tanjiro learns about the what do you call it? The sea
Transparency, a transparent world.
A transparent world.
Yeah,
Bro literally
which
is Ultra Instinct. He entered the void.
pretty
He's
much
in the
yeah,
zone.
yeah.
It's the literally
Everyone
the same
gets Ultra
philosophy.
Instinct these days. I
But
swear
this
to
is-
God, they get to.
It is, but this is depicted better, I think, than like within like the actual mindset that Tanjiro is in compared to Goku, because you don't really see that thing with Goku. You see like the results of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. It's cool hearing Tanjiro like explain it so you can like understand how it works. But he learned like his father was teaching him bit by bit when he was younger. And Tanjiro didn't know it back then, but as he's fighting now, he's like understanding it. Even like the dance. That's all the Hino Kamikagara.
Mm-hmm.
But you see like Tanjiro learning the transparent world and Akaza's doing that one crazy attack at the end where he's just shooting off and it looks like fireworks. He's trying to kill them both. And Tanjiro's like dodging them so easily. It's like, am I moving faster or are these just moving really slow?
yeah.
But he's trying to figure out how to like get rid of his fighting spirit, which him and Inosuke, there was a flashback of Inosuke like telling him, it's cool because it throws back to season 1 with that old lady that kept freaking out Inosuke because she would sneak up on him.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have like a fighting spirit, like she wasn't trying to kill.
There was
you.
no kill intent to kill.
So that's why she kept sneaking up on Inosuke and it kept creeping him out. And he's like, why do you keep doing that? And Inosuke's like explaining it to Tanjiro in a flashback, and Tanjiro's like picking up on it. And it's just cool how Tanjiro's like, it's kind of like Luffy, how he learns stuff as he's fighting. And it's such a dangerous thing that Tanjiro learned that Akaza's compass needle doesn't even pick up his fighting spirit anymore. Tanjiro pretty much disappears.
Yeah.
And Akaza's just like, holy shit, where the hell? Like, he can't pick up on him, and Tanjiro ends up cutting his head off.
Yeah.
So simply. And it's like, holy shit.
In a badass way too, kind of like how Goku was like, Ultra Instinct riding was it Kefla's key beam, and then Goku goes upside down and then he goes it was kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, edit it in if you fire Kamehameha.
Do it in a short.
Dude.
Yeah, but it was cool seeing that.
Beam.
And then but what's crazy, like Akaza doesn't want to give up, so he's trying to reattach his head. And then Akaza broke his sword. Gyu throws the rest of his sword at him and knocks his head off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, we finally, like his body falls, and they're like, we beat him. We finally beat him. And they're so like exhausted and went well over their limits. And all of a sudden, Akaza starts getting back up again without a head, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh,
Like,
he's
like,
broken. He's broken.
And he
Yeah,
it
you're
could
like,
be like
how's
some
he
special
doing it?
condition too, like with like that the other demons had before, preventing them from like dying, even if they were to get their heads cut off.
Yeah.
I feel like from Upper Moon 3, 2, 1, Muzan, those ones cannot die chopping their heads off. I feel like they're too powerful.
Most likely, yeah.
They're the strongest, because Upper Moon 4 on Tengu, the guy who got like real tiny with like the big head, they were able to kill him chopping his head off. Same with Kyoko number 5 that Murichiro killed. And then same with Upper Moon 6, the brother and sister. They had to chop off their heads simultaneously.
Yeah, I believe it, because like Akaza, like the way that they were suggesting it, because like isn't Doma Upper Moon 2? Yeah, so like
And
that would make it to where okay, they were able to sense that Akaza was getting stronger to a point in which him like getting there is like it's like they recognize that he's about to be it's almost like they were able to recognize that he was about to be up at their level. But because of like the whole anime flashback thing and him actually reminiscing of his past during that whole thing, he decided he didn't want it. He just rather die because he realized and you see this as he's beating himself up like, oh, he's the actual weak one after all. He needs to beat himself for being so weak to allow himself to become a demon and to allow himself to to let his family die, and for allowing himself to getting to like such a low point in which he just let his desires to fight overtake him completely and all of his senses regardless. Like he's so weak to his own memories, he didn't even want to have them anymore. Like he couldn't bear it. So it just makes sense that he would
cherished. His father he forgot about, and Kaizo, his father-in-law, who he looked at as a father figure. He totally forgot about all of them. And his backstory, out of all the demons, that's one hell of a heartbreaking backstory. Like I said, I almost teared up watching it when we were just watching it before. It's a really heartbreaking backstory. What do you laugh at?
It's funny and ironic that to cause him to remember everything, he had to lose his head. You'd think it would be the opposite.
Well, you know what made him start remembering? It was Tanjiro, because Tanjiro reminded him of Kaizo.
Well, it was that too, and then like when he punched the air to think of his girlfriend, wife, type of his fiance.
No, that was Kaizo that he punched at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Tanjiro reminded of him, so it was bringing back his memories of him. Mm-hmm. And when he swung at him, he's like, "Who the hell was that?" And Tanjiro's like, "What the hell is he swinging at?" Swinging at nothing.
Bro's going psychotic and losing his shit like it's an episode of Dr. House, just hallucinating.
What? Yeah, it's so technically Tanjiro did beat him in a way, but if Akaza didn't come back to his senses, I think he would have killed them both. Because of Tanjiro, because of the character that he is.
I think him coming to his senses is why he lost.
Yeah, because of Tanjiro. If Tanjiro was fighting him, that would not have happened. I feel like most of that is because of Tanjiro making him not unintentionally remember who he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Akaza had like the like such a heartbreaking like backstory. I think it's the worst like one we've had with all the demons. Yeah, and I'm just like I low key feel like sympathy for the guy. Like I don't blame him for the route he went. It's like he basically lost everything. His father committed suicide. He was trying to like save him basically.
Yeah, he was trying to save him, and that's why he got into the fights and started stealing and robbing. But he hit
a rock bottom point. Then he met Kaizo and his daughter, and he slowly started
redeeming himself, getting back up.
He living a good life that his father wanted him to live, and then
this other clan decided to kill, poison the water, and what Akaza just went to go
water at that point too. That he's married to the daughter now. So
he was going to marry. He was, but they didn't get to have the ceremony.
The question I have is that how long was it between him actually like living
300 years?
No. But you didn't even hear. He didn't let me finish my question, man. Okay.
I thought you were gonna say from when he was human to where we're at.
No.
Now.
How long was it when he started living with his master to the master dying to the poison?
They said it was like 3 years because he was 18.
So 3 years. This is the question I have right now, because during the part of the story that took the place over of the 3 years, right, where he's living with them, did he get into actual fights with any other clans which would have motivated them to go and kill him?
No,
because it doesn't make sense. Why it doesn't make sense?
No. Him and Kaizo would fight them because they would challenge them, and they would always beat them. They couldn't beat them, so what the rival dojo did, they wanted to kill Kaizo and Akaza and poisoned the well, so they would drink from it and die. But sadly, Kaizo did drink from it, so they got that. But his daughter sadly did too, when she did nothing. It was supposed to be Akaza and Kaizo to drink from the well, and whatever other students he had.
I remember. Sorry, just adding on that Kaizo, he inherited that dojo, right? Because he saved that old man. So that clan, that other dojo, didn't like that because they wanted to be the only dojo in that. Yeah, so
they wanted that dojo, and Kaizo, he's such like a nice, friendly, happy guy. And you saw they were picking on him at one point, like, get out of here, give us a dojo. And he's like, no, it's fine, we won't bother you or anything. But yeah, they would always challenge Kaizo and Akaza, but they would always defeat them, and they couldn't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way, this is what would happen a lot too, with like masters or senseis. Specific people couldn't beat them, so they would poison their food or their well.
It sounds like that version of honor, that tampered version of honor that we see so many times in movies, where they need to preserve their honor, and then so they have to go ahead and kill them in this way to save their honor. But it's like there's no honor in doing anything like that.
Yeah, it's more dishonorable. Yeah, it's a very sneaky way to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's their corrupted sense of honor.
What makes it heartbreaking is the daughter drank from it too, and it wasn't just Kaizo who was like a father figure, to Akaza, who helped change his life around. He also had the daughter that he loved and was marrying, that he was taking care of because she was sick, and she finally got better, and then she dies, and then Akaza just lost it. That was it. That was the last straw. Like it happened with my father, and now it's happening with kind of like a second father and my soon-to-be wife. And then he went to that other, I love this part, he went to that other dojo, killed all 67 members of them with his bare fists.
As a human. Not even as a demon yet. He's a human being. And he's the most broken character ever.
Most validated crash out in history.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. And then after that, he runs into Muzan because Muzan hears he thought a demon killed 67 humans. Come to find out it was a human, and he's like, how boring. But in Muzan's head, he's like, also how intriguing. I knew he was saying that. Mm-hmm. And then he pretty much offered to turn Hakuji, Akaza, into a demon, and Akaza went to like attack him. And then he just shot.
He made a donut out of his face.
Yeah. As he asked him, Akaza's like, I don't care anymore. So he didn't accept or deny to become a demon.
When he did that, like, I thought, okay, Akaza is... this is even before that Muzan is putting any blood into him. He literally has his hand stabbed right into his face, into part of his brain, too. And Akaza's standing there was like, I don't care about living.
He could have been. Yeah,
I don't think he was putting blood into him at that point.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've heard like when people get their heads chopped off, supposedly they're still alive for a few seconds, or if you get it, I don't know.
We're talking about an anime where they're fighting demons
and Akaza was
breathing techniques
holes through people. Yeah, so that was his last words as a human. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. And then, turn him into a demon. Even his flashback as a demon before he was an upper rank, I noticed that as we were just watching it, he didn't have the upper rank symbols on his eyes. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing like a backstory of him like moving up in the ranks as a demon. Mm-hmm. But yeah, his whole backstory, he's one of my favorite anime characters for a reason. You see the guy was kind of like forced to become a demon, and I feel like Muzan wiped his memories away quicker than usual so he wouldn't remember. Because like I said, he's not like Doma, who's like, yes, I want to be a demon, or the other, demons that accept it.
There's one thing I want to mention, but I'm not going to fully talk about it because that in and of itself, number one, it kind of goes into religion. And the second thing is that it goes into a very large philosophical discussion. But in particular, when you watch this show, I feel like there's genuinely demons. If we just go at it from the front logic and such of it, like there should be, from based upon the logic of the show, I feel like there should be demons that do deserve to go to hell and ones that don't deserve to go to hell. Like Akaza seems to be like those because his mind was so corrupted by Muzan. He himself is a victim of Muzan. He shouldn't. I don't feel like he should have to go to hell, and then also his fiance should also have to like take the punishment along with him. Like he was not himself. Like this is a broken man, right? And I get it. He went on like this way for like 300 years, but he literally had no memory of this. He was a killing machine, rooting on nothing but instinct. Like I feel like all of the blame that you can make it, like you can say that Doma absolutely deserves to go to hell, for example, if that like or what's his name, Zenitsu's comrade Kaigaku. You know, you can also make an argument for him, like get him out of here, right? A lot of these you can say like is a case by case basis.
What about the entertainment district brother and sister demons that were ranked 6 months? Because they I feel like I don't think Daki accepted it. Gyotaro did when Doma changed them. I think Daki just went along with it.
I can't remember that, but like I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get into like a full, like I said, I don't want to get into a full discussion about it because like again, it's purely philosophical, and it also like gets into religious stuff too. If I was to go about this from like the perspective of a Muslim, the understanding would be totally different. But just from based upon the logic of the show, I'm like thinking that doesn't make any sense. Why is he going to hell?
I mean, it's not right for him, but think about it. As a demon, he did murder a bunch of humans, hundreds, maybe thousands. So he still did kill humans willingly in a way, you know. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. He still did kill people, which is why he was being sent to hell. I mean, yeah, he turned demon against his will, and he was kind of not brainwashed, but his memories got wiped. And you know, it's sadly that's what happened to him, and because he still did murder humans. You know, so
well, there's a reason. Like you can say that okay, yeah, they lost their memories, but the rest of that they're acting is a forced instinctual thing which Muzan puts them through. It's like they're not even that they're I don't even think that if they actually had the human conscious that if some of them, not all of them, but if some of these guys were to have like the human conscious that they had before turning into demons, they obviously wouldn't do it. So I don't think that everything about the way that they behave is really within their control anymore when Muzan puts their blood. Like the moment that Muzan puts blood into it, I don't view that as the same person. I don't even view that demon. They are correct to say that demon isn't even a person anymore.
Yeah, they're more of a demon. Yeah.
They're like a pawn.
I understand what you're saying, but it's the logic of
the show. But it's
sadly I would have loved for him to go up with his wife and his father and Kaizo, you know, that would have been much better, but you do see him and his fiance in the flames as he fades away.
Kuso, that's actually
still, he's now with his fiance and the people that he loves, and you know what, they rather be with him than not be with him.
At least he's with his you know, his missing his father, and you know, with his loved ones. So you know, at least there is a little bit of like comfort for him knowing that he's not alone when he passes on. But yeah, it's still a sad story, man. It's like it's one of those things. It's like, damn, I hate you for killing Rengoku, but damn, you got it tough, man.
Yeah.
So you kept putting holes in people, but someone put a hole in your heart right here.
Yeah.
Someone put a hole in you first, didn't they? They got you right here.
That stupid, you know, humanity failed him. Humanity brought him to that point in which Muzan was able to pry on his vulnerability.
Which is what a lot of villains do. And it happens. You know, it happens in some stories, and unfortunately this is one of them and one of the characters that it happens to. Which is why you feel for him so much more as a character after seeing this. Yeah, we hated him after he killed Rengoku. You didn't know nothing about him. And then you find out about his backstory, and you're like, geez, man, I feel bad for you. Mm-hmm. I'd probably do the same thing if I was in your shoes. But I mean, overall, this movie, it's probably, even though it is part of canon, as people call it. It's part of the main story. This is hands down one of my favorite anime movies, and probably will be for a while.
Yeah.
It was really well done, very entertaining, a lot of fun. The animation just so on point and above and beyond. Story fantastic, just so much goodness in this.
I need to ask you one question. Like, okay, what were, if you can remember off the top of your head, like, or if you have notes, what were the major differences in this between this movie and the anime, other than the fact that the fight with against Doma was like cut in half and saved for the next part later?
Yeah, well, Akaza, I mean, that's how it is in the manga too. Like, they cut back and forth. It was mainly the Akaza fighting Giyu. A lot of that shit was added. Remember I told you my favorite part where they were going up on the pillars and waterfalls? That was added. The Akaza backstory was all exactly how it was in the manga.
So just some added in fight scenes which were different than the manga. That's fine.
Pretty much.
Nothing really major was different.
No, not like dialogue or anything like that. I'd have to go back and read what dialogue was added. There might have been a few added, like the Giyu saying, "I don't like to talk," and then Akaza's like, "Well, I love talking, so I'm going to keep talking." I think that was added. Like, there was probably a bit of dialogue that was added, but it was mainly like the fight scenes that they extended.
Which I think is understandable because it's two different mediums. I mean, with a manga, you can't like show all what the movie can do with like the different camera angles and all the different effects. You won't. It's hard to show all that on pages, but on screen when you animate it, it's just like, oh wow, now I can see what what the fight is actually supposed to be like.
That's why I don't like reading manga compared to anime, because manga can only go so far with showing you how a fight goes. When I can see it in an anime, it's so much clearer and much easier to follow. But yeah, if I feel like maybe half the fight or more, there was more added in it compared to the manga.
Prince is asking, can you go watch the movie? Yeah, go to your movie theaters and you can watch it there. It's out.
This is a movie you definitely need to support. Go to your movie theater. You know, if you got to be alone seeing it, go see it in IMAX or whatever.
Yeah, go. Definitely check out the movie.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it. Like the visual effects, sound design, cinematography. It's
like
just the story.
Footsteps of the sound of the footsteps of people walking and running. It just sounds so good.
Yeah, it's just footsteps. This is a fantastic anime movie. You gotta watch it. Dub or sub, either one is good. You know, it's on your preference. But yes, definitely go see it. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm putting a 9.5 out of 10 because I wish it was longer, and I wish we didn't have to wait 2 more years for the second part.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 9.8.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm actually just gonna give it a 10.
Oh shit!
Like, the thing is, it's like, sure, it's not. I don't think that this movie should be viewed as like the same way as other movies, because this is like it's intentionally supposed to be like a multi-part thing. Like, you can say, okay, the movie doesn't feel complete. Well, no, it's not meant to be a complete movie.
It's right. It's a trilogy.
Yeah, it's like well, not even just that, the fact that it's a trilogy, but because you're not getting the full story here, but you are getting an experience.
Prince, here's where you watch it. You movie theaters or you pirate it. There you go. That's it. I don't know why we gotta explain that to you.
I did. I supported it, bought a ticket and everything. I also pirated it.
I'm gonna rewatch it at some point, because like it definitely deserves to be seen on a bigger screen, and like with the audio and everything right there. Dude, the only reason why I even hesitated to watching this movie as much as I did, like, I was trying to like watch it like, you know, with someone like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all these other days, and it's just like I didn't want to go by myself. Like, going like it sucks, man. But like, it was a good experience.
You gotta go if you go by yourself, go like during the day, because a lot of people are like either at work or, you know, kids are in school. So
I hate going to. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't like going to empty movie theaters as much. I remember like when I went to watch the Hashira training arc in the movie theater before the podcast. Like, the movie theater was literally empty. The theater was totally empty.
So you'd rather people in it if you go by yourself?
I'd rather there be people in it, bro. The thing is that
my theater was
people.
dull.
Yeah,
the theater being packed and hearing people's reaction as you're going and watching the movie is an experience. Like, for example, Spider-Man No Way Home. That movie is so much better with an audience because when they see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield on the screen for the first time, that movie theater is going wild. It was crazy.
Wait. Tobey Maguire shows up in No Way Home?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, shut up.
But no, I understand what he's saying. Like, it is cool to have like that. Like, everyone is hyped up and and as long as they're doing it in a respectful way and not like with everyone went to see the Minecraft movie and just throwing popcorn.
That's bullshit. No, that's bullshit.
Don't be doing that. Be an example. Be a punk rock.
Be an adult. Be an adult.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We've been talking for a while. I do need to go because it is getting late. But again, let us know if you're watching this as a VOD or whatever, or video. Let us know if you've seen the movie and what you think of it. Are you excited for the next few parts? I'm excited. Are you gonna start reading the manga? I know Sean is. He knows everything, and I think he knows the ending too. So. Yeah. I'm gonna have to spoil myself and read some manga.
Just be careful.
Kindness is the new punk rock.
I remember one thing I will say when it came to reading the manga. I was reading the manga way too fast. If you read the manga if you read too much of the manga at once, it's it's brain. It's like I literally watched this movie and like all the other stuff that comes right after it. And when you're getting that entire thing in one setting, it's really a lot. So just be like I would say just pace yourself a little bit for as much as you can enjoy it because it's way better that way. Yeah, absorb it. Like I think I was dumb and I just like kept on reading it because I wanted to do that video with Sean.
You wanted to know what happened, yeah. Well, you wanted to know what happened. I think after the Hashira training arc, it's such a cliffhanger. You just want to you don't want to wait. So
I was gonna say like a fake spoiler as a joke, but then I feel like that's gonna get people upset, so I'm not even gonna say it.
But when do we get the next movie? Does anyone know?
2027.
And then the third one's 2029.
I'm gonna be 30, bruh.
I know, me too.
Bro, you're already.
I can't. Hopefully, movie tickets go down a price because it's ridiculous.
Shit, man, I'm 27 in. I'm actually shit. I'm 27 in 10 days from now. Damn.
Oh shit.
Damn it, bro.
He's almost at unk status.
Happy early birthday.
Now it's getting me depressed thinking about it, bro. I don't want to.
I'm gonna be 29 next month. How do you think I feel?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 32.
But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Again, be sure to follow us on Instagram and follow us on the second YouTube channel. Stop making fun of my cough, Sean. I'll kick your ass. But yes, be sure to like, subscribe, stay notified, and we will see you in the next episode of the Figures and Film.
Figures and Film. See you guys next time. Till then.
Till then, everyone.
No.
And he